STM YoYo. Hey guys, hope everyone's day is going well, and this right here is the titanium Sunbird from YoYoFriends. Look how cool this thing is.
Before I get any further into the video, if you guys are interested in picking up your very first yo-yo or any of these pro metal yo-yos, click the very first link in my bio. I've got an awesome yo-yo store with just about every single thing on sale. Be sure to check that out, and let's get on with the rest of the video.
Okay, so as usual with any of my reviews, I gotta give a huge shout out to YoYoFriends for sending me this awesome yo-yo. This is super generous of them, and I especially gotta thank them for sending me a titanium yo-yo. Now, it's worth mentioning that this is a prototype for the official YoYoFriends titanium Sunbird that's coming out eventually. However, to the best of my understanding, they're not gonna make too many adjustments from this one, so we can kind of assume that'll be mostly the same. But without further ado, as usual, I'm gonna give you guys the specs of this yo-yo on the screen, and then we'll jump right into the appearance of this yo-yo and the design. Alright, so as you can see, the specs of this yo-yo really aren't too crazy in any dimension. However, it is worth mentioning that this yo-yo is made of titanium, which is what makes it so expensive and also so cool. Okay, so just taking a look around the yo-yo, again, this is a pretty standard shape. As you can see, it's really just identical to the original Sunbird, but it's made of titanium. So looking at that shape, we've got a very kind of standard competition-oriented H shape, pretty decent sized rim right there, and then just a really linear slope down to the bearing, which looks super nice. Then looking on over to the cup itself, we can see, a really nice solid rim right there, and a kind of straight line down to a button in the very center. Now, it's worth mentioning that with that button in the center, if you get your finger locked in there and really have a nice relaxed finger, you can actually do finger spins with it technically locked in, which is pretty cool. Overall, this is a very classic and well-known shape that people really know and love. Obviously, this is based off of the YoYoFriends Hummingbird, which was a huge success. The only reason this wasn't called the titanium Hummingbird is because the Hummingbird already has a titanium version with stainless steel rims. This is the titanium version of the Sunbird, because the Sunbird was just a monometal yo-yo. So now we have this awesome yo-yo. Alright, so now what you guys really care about, how does this yo-yo actually play? So this yo-yo plays very, very interesting. First and foremost, it's super powerful. I mean, this is a titanium yo-yo. You can expect that this yo-yo is gonna play very, very powerful, very fast on the string, and very nimble. And these are all true with this yo-yo. It definitely has just a striking amount of stability and rim weight. It's one of those yo-yos where after you're done with, a long trick and you bind it back to your hand, it has so much more spin than you expect. And sometimes I'm even caught off guard with this yo-yo where I'll bind it back to my hand thinking it's just barely gonna creep up the string, but in fact it comes back to my hand zinging super, super quick. This yo-yo definitely has a really nice feel, and it is reminiscent of the Sunbird, but because the entirety of it is made of titanium, it really does also feel like its own yo-yo. And so on the string, doing all my tricks, this yo-yo felt very fast and nimble. It felt like it was speeding across the string, but it also had a good amount of control with it, and obviously it had that immense stability and spin time, which we all know and love. You gotta expect that with a really expensive titanium yo-yo like this one. I found that the shape of this yo was really nice and accommodating for any of my more complex slack tricks or anything like that. Perfectly fit into the groove. All my tricks felt super nice, and I was also very consistent when hitting all the different tricks. Now, one thing that I do want to be changed about this yo before it actually has a production version is the gap width, and I already talked to the YoYoFriends owner, Philip, about this to kind of get that gap width changed. As of right now with the prototype, it has a little bit slippy binds. I think the gap width is just a little bit too large. I was finding that some of the common binds that I wanted to hit weren't really hitting. However, I already talked to Philip. He's gonna change it and make that gap width just a little bit more narrow to make those binds nice and snappy, but for the most part, it's all good. Your response system for the production version should be awesome. I can trust that YoYoFriends is gonna do a great job with that, but just something to point out with the prototype version that I have here. Now, obviously, with a titanium yo-yo like this one, you can't really do any crazy types of grinds because it kind of does have that polished metallic finish on it. However, I do wonder if YoYoFriends is gonna release maybe some different colors of the titanium version with different finishes that would allow you to do grinds. As I mentioned before, you can totally do cool finger spins with the yo-yo, but you do have to put in quite a bit of effort to try to kind of land the yo-yo very nicely into that middle part, and then keeping your finger very relaxed while the yo-yo spins on it. If you're looking for a yo-yo that can do grinds maybe a little bit better, this might not be the best yo-yo for you then. Alright, so now the big question, who is this yo-yo even for? And so here's a really cool thing. I talked to YoYoFriends about this, and they're actually going to make this yo-yo, I believe, for under $300. And for a titanium yo-yo, that's actually a really good price. Now, I know $300 is so expensive, but if you're looking for a really high quality titanium yo that doesn't really break the bank as much as other ones, this could be a really solid choice. Most titanium yo-yos are $400 plus. Having a below $300 titanium yo is kind of a bargain, and also not to mention, like, this is a really good titanium yo. Not only is it titanium, but the design, we all know and love this design. So it's really a solid yo-yo that's coming in at a better price than most yo-yos, I would say. Alright, and so that's about it for my review of the titanium Sunbird. YoYoFriends has done it again with another awesome release, super high quality yo-yo, and coming in at more of a premium price, but also made of titanium. I hope you guys all enjoyed this review. If you did, be sure to leave a like, and also, you guys are new here and haven't seen my videos before, hit that subscribe button. I post videos about every single week. I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Peace.